Good morning and welcome to the Breakfast Rundown with me, Zulfick Farzan. It's the 7th of July 2025. Many cultures believe that the 7th of July is indeed a day of good luck. And with that spirit in mind, let's get on with the program. Now, the National Accident Prevention Week officially begins today and will run until the 11th of July. A series of public awareness programs will be conducted throughout the week to help reduce the number of accidents across the country. According to the Ministry of Health, between 10,000 and 12,000 people die annually due to accidents, accounting for 8% of the country's total annual deaths, which is approximately 145,000. This means that around 30 people lose their lives every day due to various accidents. Alarmingly, the ministry also reports that between 7,500 and 8,000 of these victims die before reaching a hospital. At the same time, the National Water Supply and Drainage Board has announced a 12-hour water supply interruption today, affecting several areas in the Gampaha district due to essential maintenance work at the Sapugaskanda grid substation operated by the Ceylon Electricity Board. The water cut will be in effect from 8:30 a.m. to 8:30 p.m, impacting the following areas. For urban council areas, it's Paliagoda, Wattala, Jayala, Katunayaka, Sidua. For Pradesha Sabha areas, that's Kalania, Biagama, Mahara, Dompe, Katana, Minuangoda and other parts of Gampaha. And some good news for travellers using the train services. Sri Lanka Railways has officially announced the commencement of daily operations for the Mount Lavinia-Kankasanture Intercity Express train. Previously operating only on weekends, the express service will now run every day, offering passengers a faster and more reliable travel option between the western and northern coasts. According to Deputy General Manager of Railways N.J. Indipolage, the train will depart Mount Lavinia at 5:15 a.m. and is scheduled to arrive at Kankasanture at 12:13 p.m. The return journey will begin from Kankasanture at 1:50 p.m, reaching Mount Lavinia by 8:58 p.m. In parallel, the Yal Devi train, which departs daily from Colombo Fort to Kankasanture or KKS, will also see a scheduled adjustment. Effective today, its departure time from Colombo Fort has been revised from 5:45 a.m. to 6:40 a.m. The Department of Railways had advised passengers who made advance bookings over the past month to take note of the updated schedule to avoid any inconvenience. Now, if you are travelling to Colombo this afternoon, Berala traffic restrictions are in place for Jubilee Mass. Now, Sri Lanka Police has announced the implementation of a special traffic arrangement in the Berala area today in light of the 50th Priestly Jubilee celebration of His Eminence Malcolm Cardinal Ranjit. The event, which will be held at Archbishop's House in Colombo, is expected to draw a large number of distinguished guests and invitees. According to police sources, heavy vehicles will be restricted from entering the following areas between 3 p.m. and 9 p.m. Now, these are Ward Place, Kinsey Road Junction to Nandadasa Kodagoda Junction. Now, these restrictions fall within the jurisdiction of the Berala Police Division and are aimed at minimizing traffic delays and ensuring the smooth flow of vehicles during the high-profile religious celebration. Now, over the recent weeks, Newsfirst brought to you information about shootings that are linked to drugs. Now, the Ministry of Public Security says that drug raids have been intensified across the island, with emergency search operations currently underway in multiple areas. Police stations have been instructed to collaborate with the Army, Navy and the Police Special Task Force to strengthen the crackdown. This decision follows revelations linking drug traffickers to a series of recent shootings. As part of these operations, vehicle searches were conducted yesterday in various parts of the Gaul area led by the Gaul Police. The operation began at 4 p.m. and continued for several hours. In a recent large-scale operation in the Gaul, Madra and Alpite Police Divisions, 457 suspects were arrested and 3,288 individuals were screened. The operation involved 1,584 personnel, including officers from the police, STF and the 3 armed forces. Now, yesterday on Primetime News on Newsfirst, we brought you information regarding a high-profile arrest. Now, former Eastern Provincial Council member K. Pushpakumar, also known as Inya Bharati, was arrested on Sunday by the Criminal Investigations Department under the Prevention of Terrorism Act. He was taken into custody alongside Sivalingam Thosilan, based on information revealed during the interrogation of Sivanesathurai Chandrakanthan, also known as Pillan, a former state minister currently in custody. The arrests are linked to the 2006 disappearance of Professor S. Ravindranath, former Vice-Chancellor of the Eastern University, and several other alleged crimes, including homicides, abductions, and child recruitment between 2005 and 2009. Investigations have also uncovered evidence of illegal detention camps operated by Pillan in the Eastern Province. CID and officers from the STF have recovered documents, mobile phones, and a satellite phone from Pillan's Batticaloa office, further strengthening the case. Moving on. Now, at least 81 people have died in connection with the flash floods that struck central Texas, according to officials. The toll includes at least 28 children in Kerr County, where 10 girls and 1 counselor from Camp Mystic are still unaccounted for, according to the local authorities over there. Now, Governor Greg Abbott said flash flooding still poses a danger for part of Texas, with more rain on the way in several areas. Now, the National Football League Foundation, or the NFL Foundation, along with the league's 2 teams in Texas, the Dallas Cowboys and the Houston Texans, are donating a combined $1.5 million in relief for victims of the floods that have overwhelmed central Texas since July 4th. Now, moving on to the Middle East, Israeli forces have killed at least 82 people across Gaza, including 39 in Gaza City alone, as United States President Donald Trump said he believed a ceasefire between Israel and Hamas could happen this week. Now, besides Gaza City, medical sources at hospitals have told Al Jazeera that at least 9 Palestinians were killed by Israeli army fire near aid distribution centers operated by the US and Israel-backed Gaza Humanitarian Foundation GHF since the morning on Sunday. Now, meanwhile, indirect negotiations between Israel and Hamas towards a ceasefire deal in the Gaza Strip have begun in Qatar. Trump, the US president, said on Sunday that there is a good chance, quote-unquote, a Gaza captive release and a ceasefire deal could be reached with Hamas this week. Israel says it has launched strikes on Houthi targets in 3 Yemeni ports, including the western port of Hodeidah, Raziza, and Saif. The attacks came shortly after the Israeli military issued evacuation orders for civilians in the areas, warning of imminent airstrikes. Houthi-run media in Yemen said the strikes hit Hodeidah, but no further details were provided on damage or casualties. Now, since the start of the Israel-Hamas war, the Iran-backed Houthi rebels have regularly launched missiles at Israel in solidarity with Palestinians in Gaza and attacked commercial ships in the Red Sea. Now, let's move on to some sporting action from the UK. Gill's double ton and Akashdeep's 10-wicket haul have sealed a historic win for India. Now, here are the details. India delivered a commanding performance to defeat England by 336 runs in the second test at Edgbaston, levelling the series 1-1 and securing their first ever test win at the iconic venue. After winning the toss and opting to bowl, England struggled to contain India's batting powerhouse. Captain Shubman Gill led from the front with a record-breaking performance, scoring 269 in the first innings and 161 in the second, becoming the first batter to score both 250 and 150 in the same test. India posted 587 runs in their first innings and declared their second at 427 for the loss of 6, setting England a daunting target of 608 runs. Despite resistance from Jamie Smith with 184 not out and Harry Brook 158 in the first innings, England collapsed in the second, managing only 271 runs. The star of the final day was Akashdeep, who claimed 6 wickets in the second innings, completing a 10-wicket haul for the match. Only the second Indian to achieve this feat in England after Chetan Sharma in 1986. Now, if you are a social media user, you might have seen these videos in recent weeks. Now, these videos have gone viral. Now, what's this story? Now, in the heart of Indonesia, tradition met TikTok, and the result, pure viral magic. The Paku Jalur festival, a centuries-old boat racing tradition, has long been a celebration of teamwork, rhythm and cultural pride. But in 2025, it became the epicenter of a global trend, aura farming. At the bow of these majestic wooden boats, a new kind of star was born, the boat kid. Dressed in vibrant traditional attire, these young performers don't just guide the rowers, they command the vibe. With theatrical gestures, confident poses and dance moves synced to the beat of modern music, they've turned the bow into a stage and the river into a runway. Aura in internet slang is charisma, coolness and that magnetic energy that you just feel. Aura farming is the art of maximizing that energy, intentionally doing something so stylish, so confident, it racks up aura points like a video game. And these kids, they're farming aura like pros. Their performances have been remixed, memed and mimicked by celebrities. The Paku Jalur kids have become avatars of a new digital era where local culture meets global virality. Their aura isn't just farmed, it's cultivated with pride, rhythm and soul. And with that, we bring an end to this morning's edition of the Breakfast Rundown with me, Zulfick Farzan. But if you want to keep yourself updated with all the developing stories here at home and across the world, visit our award-winning website, that's www.newsfirst.lk, and follow us on our social media handles on X, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube and TikTok. And also, don't forget to subscribe to our WhatsApp groups where we deliver all these stories to your palm-held devices. Until I see you again, take care and stay safe.